A young fella.
Well, no.
You have the glasses on.
I have, yeah. The eyes are gone bad.
You're like the blind man.
Ooh.
Do you know the blind man downtown?
Who's the blind man?
Mickey Warren, the blind man.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
He's not actually blind, but he wears sunglasses sometimes. So
And to call him the blind
call
man.
him the blind man. Well, anyway, do you hear they're giving snow?
Go away.
They're giving snow, and they won't let me send the lads back training in the snow.
Right.
Said, you can't hurl in the snow. I said, well, I often hurl. Why the fuck not? They said, you can't see the ball. But sure, I done a lot of hurling when there was no ball at all. I done the world of hurling. Because we had a good Christmas.
Yeah, did you haven't seen you since Happy New Year.
I got my grandson JJ a cement mixer.
Jesus.
Now he's about, I don't know, is he 8 or 5 or whatever, I don't know. But he was delighted with it.
Was he?
Yeah, he was out mixing all day. What?
Shit.
Oh, he'd all his sister's little Barbie dolls. It fucked him into the mixer, and he turned it on, the diesel mixer. He put it, got it going.
A diesel mixer.
And he said, it's a roller coaster, right? And he made shit of all the Barbies now, but it was good, great old sneer anyway. But now, she was like a briar, of course, with tears, you know.
Right.
And I said, it's okay, Grania, I get you a mixer next year. And she was happy enough. Now, I didn't wrap it.
Right.
I just wheeled it into Padraig's sitting room Christmas Eve.
He loved that.
I was fairly loaded. Self and JP found a few bottles of whiskey. Shot for shot by it. It was like Ali versus Foreman home in the kitchen. So I knocked over a few presents and figurines and the whole lot. But anyway, he loved it. And he asked me the next day, he said, Grandad, did Santi bring me the mixer? And I said, no, I got you the mixer. Santi got you the 12 bags of cement that are in the yard. Now, you will fucking shift them before it rains, because you have shed the plaster next week. And the sister was wicked jealous.
Go away.
You know, the little girl, and I said to her, yeah, but who's going to be the plaster's labour? Oh. And she said, me! Yeah. She was pure delighted. She can wheel the barrow. I said, you can clean the mixer. You know what I mean? Did my first rodeo. Yeah. And Carmel says I'm gone soft.
Jeez.
Like, she said, how come our children never got mixers, you know? See, they each, one Christmas, they each got their own block of timber.
Right.
And you'd get to sit closest to the fire when your block was burning. So it was,
That's nice.
When my kids were small now, we had great old games. We used to play Catch the Rat.
Catch the Rat.
Yeah, it was a great game. Padraig gave 6 days in the shed. But he caught that fucking rat. He caught that fucking rat. And we had another game called Oliver Twist.
Right.
Where they'd clean the chimney and then I wouldn't feed him. And then we had another game called Ghostbusters.
Right.
Where I put a big backpack up on their back. You know, they work for spraying weeds.
Yeah, and a knapsack.
A knapsack, yeah. And then I tell them, oh, the weeds are evil. The weeds, and they spray all the weeds. Landmine.
So what
There's a good
was
game, Landmine. So we'd all go into the field, and it'd just be ploughed. And I'd pretend all the stones were little bombs.
They'd collect them all.
And they'd pick all the stones out of the field. And then every time they'd throw the stone into the bucket, they'd go,
oh my gosh.
Little bang. Co-op. That was a great game.
What was that?
Did you never play co-op?
No.
Or I'd send each of the children into co-op, one at a time, and they'd all get something. And as they're walking out the door, they'd say, put that in Daddy's account. And we'd see who could flake the most amount of stuff. And it was good now, but eventually we had to move. And then one more game we played was called Silage.
Right.
Where each child would do silage for a day. And it was great. And then the principal called out, and oh, the lads are missing school. And I said, Padraig is 12. He's already making more money than you. Driving tractors. Fuck you, won't teach him.
How do you take that?
Like a champ. Now, Padraig never saw any of that money. He was only a child.
But he was making it.
He was making it. I minded it for him. I minded it. Look at him now. 4 children in his own mixer.
They don't teach you that in school.
He's in school. Huh? Fact. Okay. I'd like to give you my New Year's resolutions.
Oh, lovely. Here we go.
New Year's resolution number 1. Ride Nora Peters. Did you see her at Mass?
I didn't know. I wasn't.
Well, our Lord nearly came down off the cross to have a gawk at her. I'd say every child she puts out, that arse is only getting better.
Jesus.
It's only getting bigger and better.
Oh, right.
She've a child, she've a young fella there, he must be 12 years of age. I'd say he'd fit back up it.
Oh, Jesus.
That's shocking.
Huh? New Year's resolution number 2. Kick the shit out of Yappy Hallam. I'm so bad. I said I'd do that last year.
No, you forgot.
And I didn't do it. Like, if you're making a resolution, you may stick to it. Will you remind me this year?
I will, yeah. How are you going to do that?
First chance I get, I'll pull up the van if I see him on the street. I'll fucking duke him in. I can't stand him. That's New Year's resolution number 2. Kick the shit out of him. I don't know what other people put in their resolutions. Anyway.
Not this.
Right, New Year's resolution number 3. Take the men's shed to Amsterdam. Now, they normally do an outing once a year.
Yeah.
And before I joined, now they might go to a match or maybe a farm walk. But there's a few lads in desperate need of a jump.
Okay, right.
And I don't mean entry. Did I ever tell you the time I was propositioned by a lady of the night?
Oh, Jesus.
She said, for £100, I can satisfy you. I said, ideal. So in we went. She sits down in the bed and she says, what's your sexual fantasy? And I said, tip win the All-Ireland, but I'm naked. There's $100. You better fucking win. Now, I don't know how she's going to do it. If she's going in an advisory role, Colin Bonner, or maybe she might be more of a motivational role, giving talks and whatnot. She could probably put a young lad aside and have a word, give him a G up.
1-1, yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, I'm fair looking forward to championship.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
New Year's revolutions.
Thanks a million, Noah.
Over and out.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.